MLA Karam Shyam appealed people to encourage youths in their initiative towards good cause. Tourism Director W. Ibohol said COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected tourism sector. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 96 lakh with over 36,000 new cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Sunday Afternoon Bulletin. I'm Kanel Shambanduram. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the top stories and latest news at this hour. MLA Karam Shyam stressed on the need to encourage youths in their initiative towards good cause. He lamented that a failure to follow disciplines has led to increase in unwanted incidents. He was speaking at the inaugurations of Shrine of Lainingthau Puthiba at the Marian Khong today. It may be mentioned that the construction of the shrine was funded by son of MLA Karam Shyam Karam Gulmit. Speaking at the event, MLA Karam Shyam said sacrifice, kindness and gratitude are some of the characters one should follow for an equal society. He assured possible support for any youths who takes up good initiatives. He also announced that a shrine of Ibudhau Purairomba will be constructed at the Karam without further delay.
Masasing sina afaba thabak toropakanda afaba bu oragadi laitalage mateng pangebu harasu development gi thabak tawgebu haragasu sumba thabak singje toropakanda akoi mama mapa sing sina encouragement piba darkar lai adugo matam amada ngasi dia akoi gi tungi horaiba narol singsi afaba wakalon khanlaningi afaba thabak tawhaningi maduna tungi mirol se afaba mirol ama lakpa ngamgani haibagi thajabadu lai Matam amadati akoi layang daktagi hauna mama mapa singna masasing sathokpada adi manam namu halakpada manam namu haibado ngasi di asuki mati kun mathoi suba sahi sas dadi darkar oire.
Tourism Director W. Ibohol said COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected tourism sector. He was speaking at the release of two 2021 calendars named Spectacular Manipur and Wing Beauties of Manipur, organized by Nest Advertising and Marketing Private Limited at Classic Grand today. Ibohol said the newly released calendars will not only help to keep track of events and dates, but it will also serve as a source of information of the state as well. He added a scenic, picturesque of tourist spots and highlighted in the calendar to attract tourists. He also appeals people to encourage youths while paving their way towards good initiatives. He also disclosed that the tourism department will not release any calendar this year owing to COVID-19 pandemic.
Calendar, table calendar, amadi wall calendar namduna. Manipur gi mapanda leriba, Delhi de leriba Manipur Bhavan, Kolkata de leriba Manipur Bhavan, Guwahati de leriba Manipur Bhavan sings da koi thaduna. Atopa ministry me ambe thaduna. Manipur gi tourism gi leriba potential sings khangana ba koi honare. Antokpa prithvi gi ba pandemic amana maram moiraga hadak sahi ji de koi calendar si putok loi dore. Sumna miyam the calendar waina khanariba adugi service to nataba. It will also give a source of information to the new generation. Masi phajana oigadra haine khale. Masina support phangba matamda magi changsaliba field of work to the excellent oiba performance.
Speaking at the event, Lok Sabha MP Dr. Ranjan stressed on the need to establish oxygen park at existing appropriate parks. He added constructions of such park will not be much difficult as bamboos are easily available in the state. MP Dr. Ranjan also highlighted the benefits of oxygen park. Referring to the newly released calendar, he asserted that there are abundant tourist spots in the state. He also hinted of a new tourist spot in the state and urged Tourism Department to look into it. Commissioner of Information, Public Relations and Joy and the Babina Group C&D, Dr T.H. Dabali, took part in the event.
In some of the country, oxygen park se develop oxygen park. Kari tauge da bamboo se phajana tharba systematically aduga landscape ping tawra kanda thara kanda khoi gi babina gi group sida tawira su yai magi laidiba campus sida varieties of bamboo ujikti yam thole more oxygen percentage of oxygen se release tor ko yam leire masi mate mate tharaga idi sit ka fajan tawiraga tax loviraga haitare fee ga loviraga sida 1 hour from the pure oxygen on bagi gaina jigi oxygen park se koina entrepreneur ki form the puthoga space leire di singkhong chinga da yam tawya bi am leigre ngasigi calendar asina let us have some kind of new ideas se ekhoi kokta generate tausi aduga more and more phajaba pot mayam ama Manipur se mapan da utpa yaba pot ama torokpa ngamgani na ina feel taujai.
Candidates of the waiting list, candidates for recruitment of the police constable 2013 warrant of intense agitations if authorities concerned failed to conduct required process for their recruitment latest by 15th of December. Speaking to media during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club today, spokesperson of the waiting list candidates Rohit Lauremband said offer forms for waiting list candidate for recruitment of the police constables 2013 were submitted following a late approval by cabinet on the 25th of June 2020 due to COVID-19 situation. He lamented that the police verification and medical fitness tests are yet to be conducted. He further appealed relevant department to conduct necessary process at the earliest.
COVID-19 na maram oiraga matam khara thengna basu thengna haukiba tarik 15 June gi 2020 da approve tawbirakpabu paliba lenga asibu yamna thagat chakibani adubu chahi nipal mapung pharaklaba 2013 waiting list candidate singbudi join tawhandana thambiri 2013 waiting list candidate singi amatoiba warep logjaraga 15 December 2020 asi fawbugi manungda process makha tawbiduna join tawhanbiu haina paliba lenga asida appeal tawjari hills area gi oina muhut chinjaraga honorable CM gi pungning chingsinjari madudi ngasi JC na hariba matam asi fawbugi manung sida makha tana process thabi ba tadargadi ban blockade na chingba tawgani.
Koirirol gi Aiba Shingi Pau Sanafam held its first Foundation Day at Manipur Hindi Parishad Hold Old Assembly Road today. It may be mentioned that the organization was formed to safeguard writers of the state. Speaking at the event, Organization Secretary Aribam Ajit Kumar said the organization was initiated to safeguard existing writers and to give platform to budding writers of the state. Writers also recited their poems on the occasion.
Misang sangga laitaba aduga wachat manom haijadadana ngasi phawbata saitata pidamata kan mangamdana leiba ibe singse moige khoina ngamba kitang honasi khoina ngamjaba kitang phagi citation am torsu khoi phimatat am torsu moigi honasi sahigi angangamba kitang mogi pung thokat pakhara tausi aduga saitata nongna khongdarakliba mioi singsida khoigi khoigi advisor singa tanaraga khoi saitata mahiyanna khoi pusana bohana saiba pandam sida maroina khoigi lupsi samjaban.
Chief Minister Nongthom Birend expressed deepest condolences over the untimely demise of the former Education Minister and Udipok MLA Laishram Nandakumar. Chief Minister Nongthom Birend eulogized senior politician Nandakumar and asserted that the state has not only lost an upright leader but also a legal luminary whose absence would be hard to fill out. He also shared the grief of the bereaved family members. Members of the Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC condoled the untimely demise of the former Education Minister and Udipok MLA Laishram Nandakumar. A condolence meet was held at Congress Bhavan today. Speaking on the sideline, the Congress Legislature Party CLP leader Okram Ibobi said that the demise of veteran politician Nandakumar is a great loss to Congress Party and the state as a whole. It may be mentioned that Eld Nandakumar served as a Congress MLA of the Uripok constituency from 2002 till 2017. He also held various portfolios as Minister of the Urban Development, Law and Legislative, Health and Labour during his lifetime. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News. Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Afternoon Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally rose to 96.44 lakhs with 36,011 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. Country's recovery cases have reached 91,792 and recovery rate has improved to 94.37%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has reached 1,40,182, while active COVID-19 cases have to come down to 4,03,248. Maharashtra is still on top with more than 84,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by Kerala with above the 61,000 active cases. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 6 crore 68 lakh 69,000 people. Above 1 crore 5 lakh 34,000 people have died, and recoveries are above the 4 crore 62 lakh 50,000. USA is on top with more than 59 lakh 7,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil, while China, from where the pandemic started, is at the 76th position with just 279 active cases of COVID-19. In the northeast states, Assam's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 2,13,662, out of which 3,546 are active cases. Tripura's confirmed COVID-19 cases are 32,857, out of which 502 are active cases. Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 25,857, out of which 2,903 are active cases. It may be mentioned that Manipur has the second highest active cases of COVID-19 in the northeast states. Arunachal Pradesh's COVID-19 tally has reached 16,384 and active cases are 748. Nagaland's COVID-19 tally is 11,340, out of which 624 are active cases. There are 654 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya, 201 in Mizoram and 367 in Sikkim. Ahmedabad-based Zydus Cadila Pharmaceuticals has announced that the company has received an approval from the Drugs Controller General of India, DCGI, to begin the Phase 3 clinical trial with its biological therapy, pegylated interferon alpha-2b, Pegyhab, in the COVID-19 patients. Pegyhab is an approved drug and is being repurposed for the treatment of COVID-19. According to sources, the trials will be conducted on 250 patients across 25 centers in India during this month. The Ahmedabad-based healthcare major has completed the Phase 2 clinical trial last month. The second phase trial indicated that this biological drug had a beneficial impact on the patient suffering from moderate COVID-19 disease by reducing their viral load. According to sources, a single-dose therapy will improve compliance and make it highly affordable for patients. Apart from this, Zydus has also completed the Phase 2 human clinical trial of its vaccine candidate, Jaicor D, Jaicor D for COVID-19, and its results are currently analyzed. Pfizer India has become the first pharmaceutical firm to seek from the Drug Controller General of India (DCGI) and emergency use authorization for its COVID-19 vaccine in the country, after its parent company secured such clearance in the UK and variant. Pfizer India has sought permission to import the vaccine for sale and distribution in the country, beside waiver of clinical trials. However, the extreme low temperature of -70 degrees Celsius required for storing the vaccine poses a big challenge for its delivery in the country like India, especially in its smaller towns and rural areas where maintaining such cold chain facilities would be very difficult, according to top government officials. Nation pay homage to Bharat Ratna Dr. BR Ambedkar, father of the Constitutions of India, on his 64th death anniversary today. On this day, people remember the contributions of Dr. BR Ambedkar and the nation building. Eminent dignitaries and parliamentarians offered tribute to the architect of the Constitution at his statue in the Parliament House complex in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah paid tribute to Dr. BR Ambedkar on his death anniversary. The Prime Minister in his tweet wrote, "Remembering the great Dr. Rao Ambedkar on his death anniversary, his thought and ideas continue to give strength to millions. We are committed to fulfilling the dreams he had for our nation." It may be mentioned that the father of the Indian Constitution, Dr. Ambedkar, was a jurist, economist, politician and a social reformer who campaigned against social discriminations of downtrodden women and laborers. Dr. Rao Ambedkar was conferred the Bharat Ratna posthumously in 1990. India's government failed on Saturday to break a deadlock with farmers protesting over agricultural reforms and will meet again on Wednesday, the Agriculture Minister and union leaders said. Thousands of the Indian farmers have demonstrated against the law, which they say threatens their livelihood by camping on the outskirts of New Delhi and blocking highways. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government says the new law are meant to overhaul antiquated procurement procedures and give growers more options to sell their product. Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar told reporters that talks will resume on Wednesday, adding the government is committed to farmers' welfare and it's keen to examine and consider the issues raised. Meanwhile, despite India's slamming Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau remarked on farmers' protest as ill-informed and unwarranted, Trudeau had commented on the raging issues once again. The Canadian Prime Minister assured to always stand up for the right of peaceful protest. Maria Chanu Pangambam from the Kongba Khitri Laikai in Imphal East district has been selected to represent Manipur in the upcoming Femina Miss India 2020. Maria was selected among the 15 finalists out of the total 31 state winners. The final round of the contest will be held at Mumbai in 2021. It may be mentioned that Maria Chanu bagged a second runners-up title in Miss Earth India 2020 and Maitei Chanu 2018, and also won Miss Earth India Eco Angel 2020 titled. She is a member of the House of Elegance and has participated in various social works. Regional College of Physical Education, the Pani Sagar, North Tripura, notified interested applicants to apply for Bachelor of the Physical Education course 2020-2021 session. Press release from the college further notified to submit their applications at the Office of Directorate of Youth Affairs and Sports, Manipur, Kumanlampak Sports Complex, latest by 8 of December. It may be mentioned that 6 seats are reserved for Manipur. Interested candidates can contact YAS department for further details. Now the sports news. Northeast United Football Club has emerged successful at the 17th match of the 7th Indian Super League. In the 17th match played at Tilak Maidan Stadium yesterday, Northeast United Football Club defeated East Bengal Soccer Club by 2-0. One owned goal from East Bengal's SC's C.S. Surchandra at 33rd minute and another one scored by Rochar Zella scored at 90th minute of the match. The league is held under the aegis of All India Football Federation, hosted by Goa. In the 18th match, Mumbai City Football Club will play against Odisha Football Club at GMC Stadium at 5 p.m. Mohammad Rakib, N.G. Tondonba, T.H. Bipin and N. Vidyananda from Manipur are playing for Mumbai City Football Club, while M. Thoiba, L. Premjit and W. Ronaldo are playing for Orissa Football Club. In the 19th match, Football Club Goa will lock horns with Kerala Blasters Football Club at Fatodra Stadium at 7:30 p.m. Mohammad Nawaj, Makand Choto and Seminland Dongled from Manipur are playing for Football Club Goa, while as Sandeep Wild, Y. Dinichandra, I. Satya Sen, T.H. Jackson and Gibson Nongdamba Nauremd and N. Mahesh from Manipur are playing for Kerala Blasters Football Club. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. MLA Karam Shyam appeals people to encourage youths in their initiative towards good cause. Tourism Director W. Ibaholder says the COVID-19 pandemic has greatly affected the tourism sector. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 96 lakh with over 36,000 new cases reported in last 24 hours. Recovery rate stands above 94%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. For more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great Sunday.